In this lesson, we're going to take our HTML code into the software Dreamweaver and add some images and spice our page up a little bit. So one downside to using something like Notepad is it can be very complicated to sort of see all the text and distinguish the difference between the tags, what text is going to be displayed, etc. So what we could do is use a software like Dreamweaver, which will allow us to open it up and it labels all the tags and makes it easier to see, and we can preview it as we write it. So before we go ahead and open up our file and work with it in Dreamweaver, we want to set a file structure. To do that, we go up to Site and click on New Site. So we need to give this site a name. So I'm just going to type in Digitech website, and you can see here we have a local site folder. Clicking on the folder there, I'm going to browse to where I saved my HTML file in the last video. There's the directory there, and click on select. Once I've done that, I want to hit save. Now you'll notice that my site has appeared over in the bottom right over here. And because I've already created a page called index.html, there it is right there. So if I go ahead and double click on that, it will open it up for me. So here you can see Dreamweaver shows us two different windows here. If you've only got one, for example in this case here I can only see my code, you can come up to the top here and choose an option, for example split. What that does is it shows us the code on the left hand side and shows what's going on the right hand side to give us a live preview. Some advantages of using a program like Dreamweaver with HTML code is you'll notice here that all my tags are color coded, my text that I've written in there is black, and all my comments are in a light grey, so they're not too intrusive, but they still can communicate what I've done there. So our web page has been made, but it's looking a little bit boring. So first thing I'm going to do now is go ahead and add an image. We could just go along and insert an image this way, but we really need to set up the file structure of our website so that when we get to a point where we're going to upload it, everything is ordered and structured in a way that will work more fluently for the user. To do that, we want to go back to our site menu. This time we go to Manage Sites, find the website that you're working on, which should be selected. Come down here and click on the Edit the currently selected site. What we want to do is come down to the Advanced Settings option, and over here it says Default Images folder, and we want to set a folder to save all our images into. So click on the Browse. It'll take you to the directory where you've been working, and we're going to go ahead and create a new folder and call it Images. Open that up and press select to select our images folder. We can go ahead now and click save, close that window, and you'll notice over here in our browser window we've now got an images folder. To add an image, there's two ways we can do this. We can find a position on our design window where we want to place it. We can put our cursor in the right position on the HTML code and insert it there. So I'm going to go ahead and insert image and navigate to where I've got some images saved. I'm going to go ahead and choose this image here, and up comes this window here. So alternate text, it's a handy thing to have, so if somebody ever loads up your page and the image can't load, what it will do is put some text there to show them what was supposed to be presented. It's also the text that if anyone has a screen reader, as it's reading the screen, it will read this text. So I'm going to go ahead and call that Batman image, and go ahead and click OK. So there you can see there my image has been added automatically, and over here the HTML code for an image has been added. Now over here on my code side, if I wanted to, I could come along and add in a comment of what I've just done. As you'll find when you get further and further involved with HTML and more confident with it, you won't need so many comments like I've done here, but it's a good way to get your head around and remember what different tags do so you knew what you did on your page. It's also a great way to communicate to somebody else who might be working on your website what changes you have made and why you have done certain things. So back to our image, the other advantage of the earlier step where we set up a image directory is you'll notice over here in the browser, if I open up the images folder, the file is now being automatically copied into that images folder. So we can use images anywhere we have saved on our computer when we use the insert image option, and it's going to automatically make a copy of that into our website structure, so that when we go to upload this to a website, everything's automatically put in the right area and we don't have to worry about looking for photos or images we've added and end up loading up a website with a blank spot where an image should be.